Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Wrexham career mode. You may have noticed that consistency, it's not been as good recently, but we're looking to get straight back into this. You know how it is, life just sometimes gets in the way. Sometimes the video process just takes up too much time, but we are back. Let's run you through what has happened, and I'm just going to warn you, this episode is a bit of a car crash, so just bear with me. To explain myself, the reason why it is a car crash, so I went through the process of recording the video that you were meant to have, the video I said I was going to produce against Eastleigh and Chesterfield. Well, I won't spoil as how those games went. However, let's just say the recording is gone. The recording is gone. Don't know what's happened. There's no audio, and on the clips that I do have, and the clips I don't have, well, obviously they've just vanished. So that's great. Not quite getting the games you promised. However, we're hopefully that you'll still enjoy the video. Still got some good games coming up against Warrington and Solihull Moors, I believe it is. So don't click off just yet, please. So we started off with the York game, 2-0 win. Fairly simple in the end. However, we weren't as clinical as you would hope. Sinclair was certainly clinical there, though, as he slots it through the legs of the keeper almost. Edwards with a rare winning header, and Mullen puts it across, and Sinclair feeds on the scraps of this game. If you look at the XG, though, we should have really scored more, and we were lucky that Sinclair was ruthless in his chance taking. Otherwise, we might have had a bit of FMing on our hands. Next up, we had the replay in the FA Cup second round against Newport County. And yeah, this is the result we were hoping for in the first round. We should never have let them back in that game. We did not let them have a chance in this game. Mullen gets us off to the perfect start in the first minute, in the first 20 seconds, in fact, as he pinches it off of Drysdale, the defender, and slots it into the bottom right. Then we got an attack coming down the right wing, and Mullen is there once again with a terrific header. Young, then there's a speculative ball up to Sinclair, who was able to pounce and slots it with a driven ball into the left-hand side. And Hosanna puts it across once again. Palmer with a bit of a fluky header, considering Day should be saving that all day. We did unfortunately concede a goal, but I'll take it. It was in the 86th minute. Complacency happens. We move on. We then have the games that were supposed to be the main part of this episode. However, once again, as I said, the recording's gone not. Cisse puts a brilliant ball into Alfie Lloyd, is it? Yeah, Alfie Lloyd, who then punishes us again with his second goal before half-time. I had a bit of hope that there was a bit of a comeback on the horizon after that goal. However, that was quickly put to bed as we lost 3-1. And the next one against Chesterfield, which started off really as poor as you possibly could have been. We brought Callum Jones in. You can't even see it in this highlight, but he loses the ball twice in quick succession, which leads to their first goal from Mansfield. Horton then comes in from the left-hand side again, and Quigley, who I had made fun of his name, however, he put us in his place very quickly. Then before half-time, Sinclair drives down the left, and Ollie Palmer with an emphatic finish gives us some hope that we can get back in this, and get back in this we do, with Paul Mullen running down the left, putting the ball across. Ollie Palmer once again saving us. However, we can't quite get that third goal, even though we had some pressure. Out-XG'd them in the end, but our poor start really killed us. And here we are. This is where it leaves us in the league. We've dropped down to third position, 3 points away from Bromley. Eastleigh have leapfrogged us. Chesterfield have caught up. Notts County, I believe, were roughly around this points gap away, so they've obviously stumbled a little bit. But yeah, it's been a poor couple of results, especially when you consider how good we've been before then. It's just not been good enough. Clearly two really tough teams, to be fair, but I know this team can do better. I know I've seen them do better against the like of Bromley with the best defence of the league, and we completely tore them apart. Chance creation, and particularly in the Eastleigh game, there was nothing. There was a couple free kicks, and that was it. So we really got to improve on that. Right. Coming up, Warrington Rylands. They're a semi-pro team. There is no excuse. We should be beating them easily. We're going to play a slightly rotated 11 as well, because we cannot be risking injuries especially. And with these couple of results, I think part of it is a bit of fatigue is setting in. So we cannot afford for that to hamper our league progress anymore. So we're going to move swiftly into the game now. This is the team that I am going to put out. Leighton in goal, Ford coming in for Hosanna, O'Connell, Tunnicliffe and Mendy at the back, giving McFadden a bit of a break as his performance has started to plateau and even dip slightly. We're hoping that the rest is just going to reinvigorate him and hope we can see more of those delightful balls he's been putting on Ollie Palmer's head more than we have been in the last couple of games. O'Connor, Cannon and Davis is going to be our midfield. We have completely dropped Callum Jones after that woeful performance in the last game. Edwards is going to make a rare start over Lee in the cam role. I thought he had an all-right impact when I've seen him lately, so we're going to give him a shot. I'm going to hope he can use some of that pace that Lee obviously does not have quite the same extent of pace. Speaking of a man with no pace, Ollie Palmer, as clearly as you've seen, dug us out of a hole against Chesterfield. He's going to be rewarded with another start. And Mullen is going to take the place of Sinclair, who's also had seen a little bit of a drop in form despite these absolutely elite numbers. We just don't want to burn him out too quickly. We're going to need him for the rest of the season. We're going to give it to Warrington early. I've upped the tempo a little bit in this game as well, so we should really be dominating with the quality we have. We should have more quality than most of our league combined, let alone some semi-pro team. Starting early with a highlight in the first minute. Ford down the right. Can he whip one in? Cooper does well to cut him out though. Ford way too easily dispossessed there. But anyway, can he make up for it here? Ford comes into the midfield a little bit and certainly does not make up for it. Luckily, Mendy just about does enough. O'Connor. Can he put it forward? No. He goes back to Tunnicliffe. Not really giving a lot of options. The midfield's pushed up quite a lot. We don't have many options for our defenders to feed it into. Cannon has made himself available, though. It's been pumped over to Palmer. Palmer with a bit of a Di Canio volley. And that is what we needed 2 minutes in, putting our form to rest. We are not going to let that falter us in the FA Cup. Cannon puts it back to O'Connor, who absolutely fires it over to Palmer. And it's a great finish, to be honest. It's an ideal start. Let's get another one. O'Connor with a free kick into O'Connell. And Tunnicliffe, the man who's come in for Tozer for this game with a great header. Right place, right time, to be honest. It's really well done by O'Connell, heading it across the goal. And yeah, lovely stuff. O'Connell does well to win it there. Ford pumps it forward to Edwards. Can he win it? Not quite. Cannon into Davis. Davis out to Mendy. Can we whip one in? McFadden-esque. Does not quite do that, but Furman has fouled Davis in the box quite unnecessarily and given away the penalty. Did he get sent off for that? He didn't. Interesting. You'd think that would be a sending off, but Mullen's got a pen here and slams it into the bottom right corner as Paul Mullen does. Just Paul Mullen things. Beautiful stuff. 3-0, under 20 minutes. Game is over. Another corner here. O'Connor seems to be dangerous from set pieces against this team. Can anybody get there? Davis! Oh, what a goal! That technique on the volley, that's exactly like what we like. A bit saucy. O'Connor whips the ball in. It is defended quite well, but nobody's on the edge of the box to stop Davis taking a quick touch and then firing it into the bottom right. Ford has it once again down the right. The right really seems to be where we're getting up most of our joy. Palmer hits it off the post. Ooh, we are cooking. We are cooking right now. Obviously, you can't really say much because it is a semi-pro team, but you can only beat what's in front of you. And what's in front of us is going to be 10 men as Dean Furman has pushed his luck with the penalty, quite frankly, and has now been sent off. This could be bad for Warrington as Mullen goes through. He dinks it. He's hit the bar. And it could have been double digits. We've hit the post twice. Half-time's come and gone. But we just want more. We want to taste blood. Well, we've already tasted blood. We want to taste a ripped-off limb. Davis drifts out to the left wing. Puts it into O'Connor. Can he slam it? Cannon's there to... He can slam it into the top corner. We're doing what we want right now. Warrington can't do a thing. We are playing as we want, when we want, where we want. And where we want it is in the back of the net. O'Connor does well to lay it off to Cannon, who slams it into the top right corner. To be honest, not much the keeper can do there. In fact, we are going to make that change. Sinclair is going to come on, and also Luke Young is going to come in for Davis. See if we can get some more people on the scoreboard. Oh, free kick from a dangerous area. Young. Can he bend it into the top corner? He certainly can. Super sub Luke Young does the business from the free kick. 6-0. Can we get even more? We're going to make our last change. Elliot Lee is going to come in for Palmer, but he's going to drop back into the cam role. Keon Edwards is going to play as his preferred advanced forward role. Let's see if we can get the youngster a bit of a stat padding, let's say. Will we get another goal before the end of the match? Not looking too likely. And there it is. Couldn't quite get into double fingers, but I'm happy with the performance. This was expected though. Let's not get too hyped about this. We did just have 2 bad performances. We need to take this game now and use it as a springboard for the rest of the season, because those are the kind of performances. That's the kind of performance, even against an inferior team, I want to be seeing more. I haven't seen it enough in these last couple games, so let's keep the standards high. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to the top of the league. Beautiful scenes. Actually, I can't say that. I was just about to say beautiful scenes. England winning the World Cup. However, I've just realised I will be kicked out of Wales very quickly. So we're going to keep that tight-lipped. Don't let Paul Mullen know. Right, coming up next, we have Solihull Moors. If we look in the league, they are mid-table really, 14th, not doing too well. Obviously, a Mark Goldbridge fame. But yeah, this team, we should be beating them. They're not anything too special. We need to be getting back on track in the league, and hopefully we can leapfrog Eastleigh, who I've just realised have gone top of the league. So in fact, we can't leapfrog Eastleigh. We need to try and aim to leapfrog Bromley though. If they drop points, we need to be there right up their arse. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, Solihull Moors, we do play them twice in the space of 4 days, which is a bit bizarre. However, we're not going to show the Solihull Moors. It's the second game, as I feel like that'd just be a bit weird for the video. But let's just get these two fixtures off to a good start with this performance. So the team is fully healthy and refreshed, I suppose. So we've switched back to a bit more of a familiar starting 11. However, some people have earned their place. So Lainton in goal, ever present. We have nobody else to challenge him, quite frankly. Definitely not going to put Howard back in. Jesus, no. Ford has made his way back into the starting 11. I feel like he's been good these last couple of games where I've played him, so why not continue? O'Connell and Tunnicliffe has also won his spot after that goal in the last game. McFadden comes back in over Mendy. O'Connor, Cannon, Davis, Lee, Palmer and Mullin up top. Jerome Sinclair didn't impress me even when he came on, so we're going to keep him on the bench. Let's keep him in the wings and get him a bit feisty. Let's get him a bit desperate to score that next goal for us. Come on, lads. We need a better start this game. Can't be having another one where we go 2-0 down. 2 games in a row we've gone 2-0 down. Let's not do that again. Forward. Back to O'Connell. Into Cannon. Lee. Puts it through to Palmer. We're playing very cautious and conservative. Not until then, I suppose. Go on, Ollie Palmer. Can you put pressure him? Yes, they've done well. Mullin would have been offside there, so lucky it didn't go to him. But O'Connell claims well as they try to pump forward. Mullin gets it through to Palmer. And Lee back in it with the goals. Elliot Lee with his 11th goal of the season. The header, a very rare one for Lee, but I will take it. I don't matter how it goes in, as long as we get off to the great start. And 3 minutes in, this is a great start. Mullin does well, puts it across. Palmer gets it blocked, and Lee kind of just ricochets into his face. Don't know if he knows much about it, but he'll take the credit. Get in. That's what we needed. It's been a good first half. Much better start than it has been previously. Let's hope that can continue. Ford knocks it onto Cannon. Can't quite win it, but O'Connell's there to sweep up. And keeps it despite the wheeling attempt of a collection or slide tackle even. Can we win it? Tunnicliffe does well. Davis into Cannon, who pumps it forward to Mullin. Can't quite win it, but Lee's got it. Puts it to O'Connor, into Cannon. Puts it over the top to Mullin. You can't win it once again. Let's keep it up though. Let's not give in to their pressure. What pressure? What am I on about? Cannon puts it into Palmer. Can he put it across maybe? Oh, it's a good save. But it's a penalty. You rarely see that after you've got the shot off. But I'll take it, definitely. It looked like a foul to be fair. Mullin! Get in. He puts it into the bottom right. Cool as you like. 16th goal of the season for Paul Mullen, the Welsh hero. The Welsh hero for Wrexham AFC. It's a great penalty, to be fair. Game is going how it should be expected from a team of our calibre. We should not be faltering against Solihull Moors, and hopefully we can keep that up here. Tunnicliffe claims it well. Pumps it forward up to Ollie Palmer, who doesn't quite win it for the first time this season, it feels like. He doesn't win that header. Mullen, it's a couple of times now he's lost out in the aerial battle, but it's not been to our detriment too much. McFadden now, what could he do with this? Loses it poorly. Okay, puts it over to Dallas. Where is our centre-back? What happened? It looked like it was going to be our highlight, and then our centre-backs just seemed to switch off, spread like Moses parting the Red Sea, and I don't know what to say. Who is this? That's O'Connell. Forward, yeah, so O'Connell almost comes into midfield, bizarrely. Switches off. Dallas, just there's such an open path for him to run through, and it's an easy finish. Langton just kind of can't even impose himself. I think he was caught off guard. Come on, lads, we can't let them get this. Don't let them back into this game. Yeah, there we go. Go on now, let's pounce. Lee into Palmer, who gives it away after Lee boots it into his heel, and they put over another ball to Dallas, and they're back to 2-2. I have no words. What's happened in this last 2 minutes? Is it the last 2 minutes? Yeah, in the last 2 minutes. They've scored 2 goals from pumping it forward. They're only 2 shots of the game, and somehow we've gone into half-time 2-2. I'm bamboozled. I'm genuinely just don't know what's happened here. I'm instantly going to lower the line because clearly that is our problem. I don't like what I saw this team. That's an understatement. But we felt so dominant. I'm genuinely lost for words. Time's ticking by now, and we don't have much time to get back our lead, which you got to say we deserve, despite our lapses in concentration. Palmer, that Mullen is definitely offside. There is no point in me even. I'm not going to get caught out this time, game. You little bastard. Right, what changes to make? Young coming on. You saw him score a good free kick from set piece, so it's good. McFadden has been poor. Don't have Mendy on the bench, so there's not much point in changing him out. 5 substitute rule really does limit you in terms of your options. We could put Lee back there, but he doesn't really like that. So, it's a tricky one. We're going to get him a bit more involved in the play. Maybe put him as the deep line playmaker, still on defence, so he is covering. But Andy Cannon's going to do a bit more up and down work rather than sitting at the base of the midfield. Paul Mullen is going to come off for Jerome Sinclair, though. Can this be the moment for him to earn his way back into the starting 11? O'Connell now. Don't lose it to Dallas, and he does exactly that. And Dallas has what? I am speechless. They have had 3 shots, it feels like. 3 goals. And we have largely dominated the game, but now we are behind. Crosses are not going to come in as much. Maybe. I have no clue. I'm just kind of panicking. I'm doing everything right now. What is happening? McFadden, can he redeem himself? No, he puts out a poor ball to Lee. Really doing my head in. He does win it back though, so maybe he could be forgiven. Sinclair comes off the bench and he slots it in. Get in! Jerome Sinclair comes back with a bang. After a bit of poor form, we knew that we wasn't going to stay with poor form for long. But God, it does not feel like a 3-3 game, and we are making a real hash of it. Can we go and see a winner? Can this be our moment? Langton pumps it forward. Sinclair, can he win it? Not quite. Ollie Palmer looks tired. You can see he's not really reacted to the ball as he would earlier in the game. O'Connell into Cannon. Into Palmer. Puts a great ball in. Sinclair! That's painful. It's painful. Can we get one more chance? And this might be it. Can't let them score another, surely. O'Connell controls it well. Into Cannon. Puts forward to Lee. Can't quite win it. Boots it forward. Don't let Dallas in on goal because clearly he's lethal. Clark is just getting desperate now, just hoofing these balls up. Go on forward. Can you create something for us? Put into Palmer maybe? No, we're just being wasteful, but it comes back at us that both teams are being equally wasteful, but forward with such a poor pass over to Barnett. I don't even know who he's aiming for, but McFadden maybe. Dallas has scored again! What is going on? I'm baffled. What is this game? I am a mug. What is going on? The defending is shocking. They have literally had 4 shots on target and scored 4 goals. The XG tells you the whole story, but I am fuming. I have nothing. I can offer you nothing. I don't know. You could just see that the attack had a quite good game. You'd think if you scored 3 goals, you'd win the game, but apparently not. And we were still wasteful. The attack could have scored more, clearly. This tells me off for not uploading more. It really does. Because if I'd been in the role, maybe this would have gone different. We've gone all the way down to 4th. 4 points off Eastleigh at the top. The gap is widening. And I'm still just shocked. So much for the Warrington game being a springboard. You can't wait for the rest of the season. So, we're just going to have to move on very quickly. Hopefully we can put that in our rear view mirror very quickly. This last form, the 6-0 looks like the anomaly there. Not what we're used to in this save so far. Ever since the beginning. The beginning is the last time we had any poor form, really, of note. When are we going to see you next? I'm thinking about maybe going for this Gateshead Woking game. That will give us, we'll get into the swing of the season a bit more. Hopefully we can turn it around. Hopefully we don't get knocked out of these cups. Well, that's the end of the video. Entertaining, yes. How I wanted. What do you think? Probably not. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry for the delay in the production of the videos. It is going to continue and I'm going to try and get better with the consistency. Life just sometimes gets in the way, as I said earlier. Thank you very much for watching though. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.